Joining us now to discuss those initiatives, and Chandrasekaran, the CEO of TCS, and with us Rakesh, Bharti, Mittal, the founder of Bharti Foundation and the vice chairman of Bharti. Gentlemen, appreciate you joining us, and congratulations on putting your money where your mouth is. Mr. Mittal, let me start by asking you, because the Bharti Foundation has been running the Satya Bharti schools in rural Punjab for several years now. We've covered that very extensively here on CNBC TV 18. Why did you wait for Prime Minister Modi's clarion call to clean up India before you decided to do something about the poor hygiene and the poor sanitation facilities?
Well, Shereen, thank you for inviting me at the panel today. First of all, let me quickly answer what you just said. As you know, Bharti Foundation was focusing on the education in rural India. And that itself is a huge initiative which the foundation took, and currently we are running 254 village schools across 6 states. So clearly, there was a compelling reason for us to focus on education, and more importantly focusing on the girl child, to ensure that the children in rural India are ready for a brighter future tomorrow. Regarding the sanitation and hygiene issues, certainly yes, this program which we launched today, the Satya Bharti Abhiyan, is on the clarion call given by the Honorable Prime Minister at the Independence Day. And I must say this is a trigger, and we were really inspired by his vision. And hence we have adopted Ludhiana district, all the rural villages, 965 villages, whichever house does not have a toilet, we will commit ourselves and ensure that we provide 1 toilet each to those houses which don't have toilets.
Let me go across to Chandra. Chandra, TCS has talked about adopting 10,000 schools across India and improving sanitation facilities across the country in those 10,000 schools. But, again, if I were to ask you the question that I asked Mr. Mittal, when Jairam Ramesh talked about temples and toilets, of course, a controversial remark, but corporate India didn't really step forward. Was there a lack of confidence in the execution ability and the seriousness of the government's initiative at this point in time? What's different today that has inspired you to want to do this?
I think 2 or 3 things have come together. First of all, TCS as a firm, we have been trying to increase our CSR focus on specific initiatives, and we have been working on a comprehensive plan on the areas we want to focus on. And also, we have been doing it in conjunction with the Tata Group. And we've identified a few themes in TCS as well as across the group. Obviously, the group has more number of themes. And one of the themes we've identified is sanitation. So we had taken a decision to spend money towards sanitation and make an impact on the lack of these facilities for women and girl children has been a fundamental problem that has been known in our country, and it's really something that needed attention for a long time. And as we were doing this, a call from the Prime Minister, and he personally leading this effort, I don't think there is no better time to do it. So we immediately announced this scheme. We pretty much have been focused on this. I think at the end of the day, it's an issue of dignity for women, and I think this is something that needed addressing, have been under debate for a long time, and there is a momentum now, and we want to put our weight behind it and make a meaningful contribution.
Oh, absolutely. I'm absolutely not quibbling about the fact that you've started it now as opposed to earlier. This is an issue that requires urgent attention. I'm glad the 2 of you have decided to put your money and your weight behind this issue. But Chandra, Mr. Mittal was talking about providing a toilet to every rural household in the Ludhiana district over the next 3-year period. What is the kind of target that TCS has set for itself on a yearly basis? By when do you hope to be able to touch all 10,000 schools? Give me some details of when we can actually see you launch this initiative. Which part of India, which schools will you start with?
Shereen, I think you're asking a lot of details. I wish I can give you a blueprint. The important thing is that we want to do it as fast as we can, because there is an urgency that the whole initiative requires, and you need to build momentum. We have to answer a few questions in terms of where do we want to focus, do we want to do it in a specific location, concentrated manner, so that it can be easily done in that location, or a smaller geography.
Are you likely to do this in and around the areas where your TCS campuses, for instance, are located?
No, I think we are looking for a location where we will be where we can make an impact. Honestly, we have not answered that question. The second thing that we want to do is that we want to design it very nicely so that it is done in the most efficient manner and it's replicable. I think it's just not, I don't think the issue is the funding. The funding is good.
Right.
But I think the execution is very critical. Do it in such a way that it's very smartly done, and it's done in such a way that it can be replicated in a most efficient manner. And that's the most, and it's very effective. These are the design element is going to be very important. So we're going to work on that, and then we'll put the full plan.
How crucial is it going to be to get the local administration on board, to get the local government on board to ensure that this scheme takes off?
Shereen, honestly, I don't see that as a problem or a challenge. On the contrary, the district administration as well as the Punjab government will be extremely happy on the initiative which we have announced. And I think more importantly for me, it's going back to my hometown. The city has given us so much, and I think this is the least we can do. Having said that, let me also share my view on the execution. We are absolutely very, very clear that these will be only built in the individual households for the families, because the community toilets program failed in Punjab, like many other places in the country, because there is no ownership taken on any community project which is put up. So once we are ensuring that the toilet is in an individual home, they will own it, they will maintain it, and they will use it properly. Of course, this is a huge task, but I am absolutely convinced on the execution capabilities of my team, and especially the team at Bharti Foundation, who are working in extreme difficult conditions in running the educational institutions. This will be yet another, to my mind, outstanding achievement which will be delivered by the team.
Okay, Mr. Mittal, my final question to you. You have, of course, put your weight behind education through the Bharti Foundation. We've seen a lot of people like Shivnadar, now HDFC, looking at actually setting up educational institutions, schools in our cities. Are we likely to see the Satya Bharti schools move out of rural India or move beyond rural India to the cities as well?
No, Shereen, I'm absolutely clear in my mind that the Satya Bharti school program will only be limited to the villages. And I can tell you, once you go and see the rural schools, rural landscape, and the children who are studying in Satya Bharti school, the kind of impact which the schools are making is so huge and phenomenal that it is difficult to really fathom or even envisage sitting in a room. Having said that, our focus will continue to be education, good quality education in villages. Our focus will continue on the girl child. And I can tell you, whatever we are doing is a very, very small, step which we have taken. And I'm sure with the more CSR funding now coming from corporate India, more and more corporates will look at rural India. And to my mind, education is going to be the most important thing. I'm not trying to discount health or any other area from where the money needs to be put in. But education is one piece where we need to spend a lot and provide a strong platform for a younger generation who are going to be participating in the future growth of the country.
Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, congratulations on making the first move, and we do hope that others take note of the announcements that have come in both from the Bharti Foundation and from TCS today. And Chandrasekaran, Rakesh, Bharti, Mittal, it's always a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much for joining us here on CNBC TV 18.